Hey there everyone, welcome back to Scott's Thoughts and Stuff, where you never have to be alone. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button over there and and like my video and share my videos on other social media. I hope you're it's down here somewhere. I thought we'd come out here for another nature walk and check out the scenes. I'm back here at Ojibway Nature Center, and so let's get to it. Hey there everyone, hope you're all doing well out there. I just thought I was gonna shoot a video at home, but my the universe was saying get out of the house and go out for an adventure. So yeah, we're back out here at Ojibway Park, and I thought we'd come back out here and I share some thoughts that's been on my mind with you guys. I've been thinking about excuse me, feelings. You know, I'm around a lot of people on a regular basis that have a lot of problems being able to express their feelings or communicate with other people, and when I first started doing my own self-discovery, I identified with that right away. I didn't know how to communicate in a healthy manner. I didn't know how to identify. I didn't know how to identify with any of my feelings or emotions, or where they derive from, or anything like that. So, you know, I think it's important to talk about the fact that a lot of, like me included, I grew up in a family where it was a weakness to show feelings, you know, and I've learned today it's not. It's actually a strength to be able to show your feelings and emotions, and actually let yourself become vulnerable and be able to put your trust in another person to be able to express those feelings and emotions and get that out, you know. And when I started to be able to start to identify with people's like stories or their backgrounds and stuff like that, it made it easier for me to start actually sharing parts of myself and sharing, you know, my experiences with other people, and I started to be able to identify with those feelings and those emotions, and I was also started to be able to identify where a lot of those feelings that I had been holding inside of myself for so many years, they came from, right? You know, like I know I've been taught through my, you know, through belief systems, or through this school I went to, or from my parents or my peers growing up, that how I feel about how I feel about everything today is totally backwards to the environment that I grew up in before. You know, I didn't grow up in a very positive environment. I didn't grow up in an environment where it was okay to show feelings and emotions and be able to emote that, right? You know, because that was frowned upon, and, you know, I would, you know, I'd go and I'd try to express myself, and there was consequences for that. Not very pretty ones. And it was important that I was able to start to be able to identify with other people's stories and backgrounds, and where they came in their life and what they had experienced in their past. You know, it's oh, I thought it was going to be a lot more sloppy out here than it is. It's actually not too bad. A little bit of ice here on the path, but that's right. It was actually raining on the way up here in the car, and it's actually stopped, which is awesome. So I'm able to get out here and film in some pretty decent weather. Thought we'd come out here and see if we can find spot some beasties or something out here today. And I wanted to go here and just share some stuff that's on my mind as well. I'm really enjoying the feedback I'm getting and the comments you guys are leaving and stuff like that. It's really uplifting and encouraging, and it just gives me more of the drive to be able to just keep sharing and helping other people. That's what I want to do. That's my purpose in life today, just to be able to help people, to maybe help them identify with someone else so they don't feel so alone in their own head. So let's take a look and see what's over here. There's another pathway closed off for now. But yeah, I just wanted to get out here in nature. Like my heart, the universe was screaming at me, get out of the house. So I'm listening, and I'm getting a lot better at listening too. You never know what you're gonna experience when you just listen, you know. Get out here and experience nature. You know, try to communicate with another person out there, and that's healthy, right? So yeah, for me to be able to share my feelings and emotions and stuff like that, and be able to become vulnerable and share parts of myself with another person, so I didn't feel so alone anymore. It was an amazing deal in my life, right? And being able to identify with people, because I didn't even identify with myself. I didn't know who or what I was, and I didn't feel like I had any purpose on this planet. And being able to actually start identifying with people that I was keeping myself in, you know, like, it's like when you change your environment and you change the people you hang around with, your whole mindset changes, your whole attitude towards society and yourself changes, and it's really awesome. It's a good feeling. Awesome feeling to know you finally fit somewhere, you know, and that's why I welcome you guys home, man. Welcome to my channel, welcome home. You know, it's important that people know that they are welcome. I didn't feel welcome anywhere for quite some time until I started making some changes in my life. Started to become accountable for my own actions and my words and stuff like that were hurting people before. So that's why it's so important that I use my words today to help people and not hurt people today. And you know, I learned how to show my appreciation and my love for another person through healthy means today instead of negative means today. It's a good feeling to be able to know that you're becoming part of the solution instead of part of the problem, you know, and this is the process. And, you know, I like the fact that it is a process, because that means I got to do the work, you know, and that's what it comes down to. If I'm not trying to make change or have that willingness to make change, then I'm just gonna continue just to feel stuck again. And I don't want to feel stuck. I want to feel like I'm moving forward. I want to feel like I'm making a difference. And I didn't feel like that before. I just felt like I was just here, just existing. I don't feel like I just exist anymore today. I feel like I am making a difference, and I have purpose in life today. It's good, and that's why it's so important that I give this away to other people. And that's what I was saying. You know, I've talked about it before. I got to give this away. If I'm not giving this away, I'm just keeping it to myself. Then, you know, I'm not really serving anyone. You know, I want to be of service to other people today. I want to be able to communicate with people. I want to be able to show people that they matter and they do make a difference. And you all do. You do. I didn't feel like I was making a difference, or a difference for the positive anyway. Everyone was flocking away from me. And now I find that as my attitude changes and becomes more positive and stuff like that, that I'm attracting people to myself instead of making them flee. I'm attracting people. And I don't know if it's just my energy, it's the way I use my words, but yeah, it's so uplifting when I hear you guys, see you guys commenting down underneath my videos there, that I'm doing good. You like what I'm sharing, you like the fact that I'm being real and honest, and that's what I want to be. I don't want to wear those masks. I don't want to just be that people pleaser. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It matters what I think of me, right? So, I found that when I change my attitude or change my environment, I also find out who's actually a genuine friend who is willing to stick around for the journey, for experiences, the positive stuff, right? Because I was around the negative environment and the negative people for so long, I just got absorbed into that, and that's what I became. But I found out that I have choice. I didn't have to be part of that negativity anymore. I could be part of the positive. I could be, it's just an outlet for someone else to be able to say, hey, I identify with him. I identify with what he's saying. I identify with the feelings and the emotions, and and when I first started making my channel, I was like super nervous, I had all kinds of anxiety and stuff, but I knew that, it's just like when I'm doing my writing or I'm writing my books, it's bigger than me, it's not about me, it's about a bigger purpose. I feel like I'm a part of something bigger than myself. And I don't have to feel alone. I never feel alone. I always got something to confide in. Talk about relationships and stuff like that. I never felt that it was okay to express my feelings or my emotions to my partner, because I thought I was going to be ridiculed or and all that. But I have a partner in my life today that we're on the same page. She's there to listen. She's there. She has the patience. Sometimes I don't have, a situation happens and I don't have the words right away to explain my feelings or emotions, but she has the patience to know that, and she also knows the fact that how much words are important to me today. I want to make sure I have the right words to be able to communicate how I'm feeling, or what's going on with a situation that I don't know, I'm not familiar with, or I'm uncomfortable, or she knows that I want to be able to communicate that in a healthy manner, because I didn't know how to communicate, so I would just lash out. I don't want to just lash out at people anymore. I want to make sure that I'm using my words or my actions to be able to communicate in a healthy way, and I myself, I want to create a healthy environment for my family. I want to, for the people, or make sure that people know they are welcome. That sometimes people share with me stuff that it just stays with me. I don't share anything else with anyone else that someone shares with me, because it's not mine to share. It's important that people know that someone has someone in their life that they can confide in. I needed that. I needed to know that if I was going to share information or feelings or whatever it was with another person, that it wasn't going any farther than that. And I'm able to do that today, and I have people in my life that I can confide in, and that's a good feeling. It's important to have, and I know I have those resources today. I have the people in my life, and I know it's okay to brainstorm with them or ask them what they did. I needed to know that it was safe. I didn't feel safe before. I didn't feel safe in my own head before. So, but, I'm able to process information today. I'm able to make my own decisions today. I want to be accountable today. It was just for today. I just have to be present in the moment just for today and just do my best. Just do my best to be able to use my words and my actions to help people today. It's about helping others, just being of service to others. And I know how to do that today, or at least I have a better idea what that looks like today. Like I said, I'm a work in progress. I like it that way though. It's awesome. It's a feeling that I don't have to be perfect. I thought I had to be perfect. I thought I had to have all the answers. I thought I had to do everything on my own. And I always felt that if I was afraid to show feelings or emotions to anyone else, because that's how I was brought up. That was the environment I was brought up in. It is important, I was thinking about just doing a video about just for men sharing feelings, but it's not just men, it's everybody. Everybody has a different situation, everyone has different life experiences, everyone has, different stuff in their life that's happened that's molded them into who they are today. And, talking about acceptance, I accept the fact that everything in my life today or in my past has happened for a reason that makes me the individual I am today. And I never felt like my own individual before. So even the feeling of individuality is a good feeling to me, because I didn't know it was okay for me just to be me. Then I would be accepted just for me. Well, I in the past, I was always someone's friend's friend, so I never really had my own circle of friends, right? So I was always, trying to be the life of the party and being the people pleaser and all this, and afraid just to be me. But I know it's okay just to be me today. It's okay just to be yourself. And when you're just being yourself, you're gonna find, I find out, who's actually there for you, who's genuine, who's gonna stick by your side when you're going through some rough crap in your life. And you need someone to be able to confide in. Be able to open up to another person and maybe let some of those emotions out and be emotional and not feel like, oh man, he's showing weakness. Well, like I said before, I thought like showing your feelings and emotions was a weakness before, but it's not. It's a strength. And that's, there's a lot of power behind being able to show and emote the fact that how you're feeling. I'm not afraid to cry today. I'm not afraid to show my emotions today. You know, I've also learned that feelings just are. Feelings aren't right or wrong. Feelings just are, you know, and that makes things a lot easier too. You know, I didn't have to, you know, judge myself because I was having all kinds of emotions I didn't know how to process. You know, so I was just isolate, or I'd go out into the world and I wouldn't understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling, and I would just get angry or upset, or I would run away, you know, and I would disappear for months on end and then reappear again and just think everything was hunky-dory, but nothing was actually resolved. That's why it's so important that I go through stuff today. You know, I don't want to bury stuff. I don't want to try to go around things. When something happens into my life, I want to go through it today, you know. And the more and more I learn how to communicate, the more and more I feel more comfortable on my own skin. And that was a big thing too, because I didn't identify with myself. I didn't feel comfortable on my own skin. I didn't feel like a whole person. I just always felt lacking. I always felt that whatever was out there was just out of my reach. But it was only out of my reach just because I didn't ask for help. I didn't ask for guidance. I didn't ask for direction. I was just winging it and hoping things would, the pieces of the puzzle would just fall into place and everything would be great, and all unicorns and butterflies, and that's not reality, you know. And I lived in a fantasy world. Well, reality isn't like that, you know. I didn't want to be in reality. I was an escapist, you know. It didn't matter what it was that I was escaping with or into. It was the fact that I just didn't want to deal with my stuff. I needed to deal with my stuff, you know, my issues, my feelings, my emotions, and I can do that today, but it's all learned, right? It's all new learned behavior. It's like reprogramming the mind. There was so many things out in the past that were acceptable that are no longer acceptable today. And I have a lot of gratitude for the people in my life that have shown me the way. A lot of people. Like people in my past that have tried to show me the way, but I didn't know how to follow direction. I didn't know it was okay to do things differently, and it was all about change, right? I was so used to what I was doing that I wanted to deal with change. But I've learned that if nothing changes, nothing changes. You know, everything evolves. And I accept that today. Everything in my life evolves. Everything in my life today has purpose. Every event in my life that happens has purpose. And that, you know, when I'm out here with you guys here in the forest, in the park here, and I'm listening, then, you know, through my own words, I'm learning too. And that's, you know, we have all our own answers. We just have to listen. I had to learn how to listen. I had to learn how to follow directions. I had to learn how to be accountable. You know, I had to learn that it was okay to do things that were uncomfortable. Yeah, I was told to do one thing every day you didn't want to do. Even if it was just getting out of the house or going for a walk or going to the coffee shop and just not isolating, right? Just, you know, if I got out of the house and did one thing I didn't want to do every day, that was a good day. That was progress. You know, little things like that. Little things like that, you know, they add up. And the more and more I experienced the positive stuff, the more hungrier I got for more of the positive stuff in my life. And and the unknown stuff didn't feel so scary anymore. It didn't feel so daunting. It didn't feel so, you know, I became less and less afraid. Because that's what I was, you know. I grew up a scared little boy, you know, and I'm still that scared little boy too, sometimes today. Because I'm dealing with something new, or I'm dealing with a situation that I was in before, and I did that and I got a horrible result. So let's try something different today to try to get a better result, you know. And you know, I've dealt with, like, I've talked to a lot of people who identify with that scared little kid that's just still there, you know. And that's okay to talk about too. Talk about, you know, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, I'm confused, you know, help me. And I know today that that's okay. It's okay to say I'm scared. It's okay to say I'm confused. It's okay to say I'm in a situation that I don't know how to go about handling, and asking for help. It's okay. No one out there is alone. There's always someone out there that's gone through a similar situation or something on the same lines of what you're going through. There's always someone out there that I know that I can identify with. You know, and when you start identifying with other people, then you start identifying with parts of yourself, and then you have a better grasp on where things have, what have happened in your life, and how you view yourself in the world today. And it's a good thing. It's probably the most important thing that's the awesome thing that's ever happened in my life, is to be able to start identifying with myself. I need to be able to identify with myself so I can deal with the situation in a better way, instead of an old way that got me horrible results. You know, it's like when you're driving the bus, you know, when I take back the keys to the bus and I try to drive, there's usually a horrible wreck. What if I go out there, hand over the keys to someone else, say, hey, you know what, I don't want to be in a wreck. I want to try something different to try to get a better result. What did you do? You know, and then have some back and forth with them, and share, they share, you share, they share, and then, you know, and through communicating with another person, you know, you work through your stuff. And that's how I do, that's what I try to do on a daily basis today. Do my best to get out, ask for help when needed, you know, and that's another thing. I can ask for help, but if someone shares with me something that's worked for them, and I don't go out there and I try something, and I don't try something different, and I go out there and I take those keys back and I still try to do it my way and just force life to happen or whatever, then I'm going to end up another wreck. You know, so that's why it's so important that if I go and ask for someone for help and direction, then I'm going to honestly go back out there into that messed up world sometimes and try something different. And 99.9% of the time, I get a better result. You know? But it's, I gotta take action. I can't sit on my butt or keep trying to force life to happen. It's like, I always felt like a round peg trying to fit in a square hole, right? So I had an epiphany a little while back, and it's like, just become the hole. I don't have to be a peg at all. I can do, you know, I can be my own individual. You know, I don't have to. And everyone else's formula isn't gonna work for me. It's like I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna, because my situation isn't gonna be the same as them, right? So just go out there and tweak it a little bit and try this and that, and like I said, most of the time when I go and I try something different, I'm gonna get a better result. You know, it's a good thing. I just have to take action. That's what it is. If I'm sitting on my ass expecting life to give me everything on a silver platter, which how I thought before, and then get angry when I don't get what I want, and kick and scream and yell and throw myself, then that's only my own undoing. That's my own, that's mine, you know, and it's for me today. I don't want to do that. I want to take ownership. I want to be accountable. I want to try something different to get a better result. You know, it's like that yelling and screaming and kicking and biting scared little boy inside again. And I don't find myself being that scared little boy anymore as much as I would have before. You know, I need to be able to, and it's awesome that I'm able to use my words today to be able to maybe help someone identify with an individual that maybe going through the same kind of feelings or emotions or whatever they may be, and say, you know, hey, I no longer feel so alone. I'm actually beginning to start to identify with another person, and that's a magical experience. It really is. It's like the universe is gonna want to give you more and more of the positive stuff. You know, and the more and more I reach out for help and say thank you to the universe, you know, I keep getting more and more rewards from the universe, all positive, you know, but I can also get those negative rewards, negative consequences or whatnot from the universe too, because whatever I put out, I'm going to get back. So I do my best to put out the positive. I do my best to help another person. I do my best to try to make people in my life to feel that they do belong. They know they matter and they make a difference. And and when I found that myself, I had this wonderful feeling of belongingness. I finally found somewhere where I fit. I never fit anywhere. It's like when I started putting myself in a healthy environment with people that I finally started to identify with, I always felt like the black sheep, you know? And now I feel like I run in with a whole herd of black sheep just like me, you know? So it's awesome. We're all a bunch of misfit toys, but that's okay. That's okay. That's our support system. That's our, you know, security. Knowing that we can go somewhere safe and be able to not feel alone for a little while. You know, and then be able to go back out into the world or back into our homes and be able to communicate and share our good experiences, you know, and be able to communicate with our partner, or say with our kids, or oh, you got a deer, little one. Oh, there's two. Oh man, didn't get a good picture of them. Sorry guys. I was hoping to see a couple when I came out here today. I missed them. So yeah. So no, I just want to share this stuff with you guys. It's so important that people know that they have purpose in life, that they matter, and you guys make a difference. You make a difference. we might not see that within ourselves some of the time, or I didn't see that in myself at all before I started to look at myself and say, hey, I need to make some changes. And when I started making changes, it was like, whoa, wait a minute, things are happening in my life, and I'm not feeling deserving of it, but because I didn't have that feeling of deserving, or I always felt unworthy, and I didn't deserve the good things in my life. But we all do. We all deserve the good things in life. We all deserve to be, listened to. Like, your feelings are valid, and your ideas are valid, and words are valid, and everything that makes up you as an individual matters, and it makes a difference. When the people that stomp on you or push you down and stuff like that, they're the people in my life that are toxic. That's why I surround myself with positive people. I put myself in healthy environments. I put myself in situations where I'm gonna thrive, instead of where I'm gonna feel out of place. I'm gonna have all that anxiety. I'm gonna feel like that scared little boy again. It's so important that people know that they matter and then they make a difference. It was so crucial in my life, because I was at my wit's end. I was pretty desperate, and I knew where help was, but I had to make that choice, take that leap of faith to say, if I don't make change now, a lot of people in my life are going to experience a lot of loss. And maybe some of you can identify with that as well. It's that state of hopelessness, that state of desperation, the feeling of there's no way out. But there is. My way out was looking inwards, looking at me, saying, you know what, if I do something drastic in this moment, it's going to change everyone's life. It's going to impact everyone in my life's life. Would that be worth it? And you know what? It was not. So I made that choice to make change. We talk about fear is a great motivator. Oh yeah. Fear is a great motivator. And sometimes I need to be in that state of desperation again before I move. Before I take action again. But I don't find myself in that state of helplessness and despair and desperation hardly at all anymore, because I know that I can reach out for help. That I know that my words and my actions affect everyone in my life, directly or indirectly, in some way, shape, or form. And I don't want to hurt people today. Because that would be, I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to cause any more harm. I don't want to cause any more sorrow. And I don't want anyone to experience loss. No, I've experienced loss, a lot of loss in my life. And I don't want anyone else to feel that loss. Everyone out there, has purpose and affects everyone else's life that they come in contact with. And if you don't know, I didn't understand that before, and I was that selfish person. And I was very fortunate that I didn't just disappear one day and cause all that pain. That I did make that choice to make change. I have to make sure that I'm communicating with people. I gotta make sure that I'm being honest with me too. Because if I'm not being honest with myself, I'm sure the hell not gonna be honest with you. And you know, I've had lots and lots of people in my life that have shown me and taught me that. Taught me that it's okay to ask for help when you're in that state of mind. It's okay to reach out for help when you're feeling that feeling of desperation, or you don't know what to do in a situation. And when you start doing that, and you start reaching out and asking for help, and you find out that there are people out there that are willing to listen, then I know that I want more of that. I really hope that what I've shared with you guys in this video has helped you, or you can identify with what I've shared. And yeah, sorry I missed those couple deer earlier, but I'm really hoping to come out here and be able to see some beasties out this way. And I haven't done a nature walk video for a while because the weather's been pretty crappy. Actually, we just got rid of the last of the snow and ice out there pretty much in the last couple days. So I wanted to seize the opportunity to get out here, and the weather is just awesome. And I hope you're all doing well and you're staying safe and warm. And you want to, you know, I do my best to make sure that people know that you're not alone. You're never alone. That you matter, you make a difference. And the people in your life that tell you differently, those are the people in your life that I knew I had to put some distance between me and them, and find some other people or person that was beneficial to my health instead of detrimental to my own well-being. I just want to make sure that people know that they matter. I love this tree over here. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of people over there being trained to work a chainsaw. So that's all that buzzing in the background. And so yeah, still got this little bit of water over here, still a bit frozen. And, oh, hope we can see some more beasties again in an upcoming video. The weather's starting to warm up a little bit. I'll try to get out here more frequently and shoot some more nature videos for you guys. I want to get out to some other parks as well. It's hard to get out to some of the other stuff when the weather's really bad. There's other parts of the park here that I want to explore too. So yeah, I just hope you're all doing good, you know, doing well, staying safe, staying warm. And so yes, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share my videos on other social media. And This is Scott from Scott's Thought and Stuff, signing off. Be safe and see you soon.